Imagine a land where the green of the fields is so vibrant it seems to glow, and where the cliffs stand like ancient sentinels against the raw power of the North Atlantic. This is Ireland, a small island with a massive story. A place where history is written in stone and the air is thick with the echoes of poets, rebels, and dreamers. It is a nation that has survived centuries of hardship to become a global symbol of resilience, creativity, and a warmth of spirit that the Irish call the crack. The story of Ireland begins long before the written word. Over 5,000 years ago, an ancient civilization built Newgrange, a massive stone passage tomb that is older than the Great Pyramids of Giza. Every year, during the winter solstice, a single beam of light enters a small opening and illuminates the inner chamber, proving that the early people of this land were master astronomers and architects. From the mysterious stone circles to the towering Celtic crosses, the landscape is a living museum of a deep and spiritual past. In the 5th century, the arrival of St. Patrick marked a turning point that would define the island for over 1,000 years. Ireland became known as the Island of Saints and Scholars. While much of Europe was in the Dark Ages, Irish monks were busy in remote monasteries like Skellig Michael, perched on a jagged rock 8 miles out at sea. They painstakingly hand-copied the Gospels, creating masterpieces like the Book of Kells, which remains one of the most beautiful and intricate manuscripts in human history. But the history of Ireland is also one of profound struggle. For nearly 800 years, the island was defined by its complex and often violent relationship with its neighbour, Britain. From the Norman invasions to the brutal plantations and the Cromwellian wars, the Irish people fought to maintain their identity, their religion, and their language. The darkest chapter arrived in the 1840s with the Great Famine. A potato blight caused the death of over 1 million people and forced another million to flee across the seas. This period cut the population in half and created the Irish diaspora, a global family of over 70 million people who still look back to this island as their ancestral home. The early 20th century brought the fire of revolution. The Easter Rising of 1916 sparked a war of independence that eventually led to the birth of the Irish Free State. However, this victory came with a heavy price: the partition of the island. 6 counties in the north remained part of the United Kingdom, leading to decades of conflict known as the Troubles. It wasn't until the Good Friday Agreement in 1998 that a fragile but lasting peace was established, allowing the people of the North and South to begin the slow process of healing. Today, Ireland is a modern, high-tech hub that remains deeply rooted in its traditions. In the capital city of Dublin, you can walk through the hallowed halls of Trinity College or follow the footsteps of literary giants like James Joyce, Oscar Wilde, and Samuel Beckett. Ireland has produced 4 winners of the Nobel Prize in Literature, a testament to the nation's obsession with the power of the word. From the traditional Sean-Chai storytellers to the modern global hits of U2 and Sinead O'Connor, the Irish voice continues to resonate far beyond its shores. If you travel west, you find the soul of the country in the rugged landscapes of Connemara and the wild Atlantic Way. The Irish language is still spoken in the Gaeltacht regions. You can stand on the edge of the cliffs of Moher, where the land drops 700 feet into the sea, or explore the lunar landscape of the Burren in the small pubs of Galway and Kerry. The sound of the fiddle and the tin whistle still brings people together for a session that can last until the early hours of the morning. Ireland is a nation that has mastered the art of the welcome. whether it is a shared pint of stout by a turf fire or a simple hello on a country road. There is an openness here that is hard to find anywhere else. It is a country that has moved from the poverty of the past to become a leader in Europe. Yet it has never lost the sense of community that kept it alive through the hard times. As the mist rolls in over the hills of Donegal and the lights begin to twinkle in the windows of the colourful villages, you realize that Ireland isn't just a place on a map. It is a feeling. It is the pride of a people who kept their culture alive against the odds and the beauty of a landscape that has inspired 1,000 songs. The next time you see a shamrock or hear a Celtic melody, don't just think of a holiday. Think of the 5,000 years of history. Think of the monks on the rocks, the rebels in the streets, and the millions of emigrants who carried a piece of this green earth in their hearts to every corner of the world. As the sun sets over the Atlantic, do you see a small island on the edge of Europe? Or do you see a global heart that continues to beat with the rhythm of 1,000 stories? Thanks for watching.